Welcome to the introduction session Speak Smart, Win Big Psychology of Powerful Communication with me, Veena Mahendra. Hey everyone, welcome back to VM LearnHub, the space where we take the science of personal development and turn it into real life mastery. The space where your mind gets sharper, your thinking gets clearer, and your communication gets more powerful with every episode. I'm your host, Veena Mahendra, and today is one of those episodes that doesn't just inform you, it transforms you. Because we are talking about something you use every single day of your life, something that influences your relationships, your career, your opportunities, your confidence, your leadership, and your destiny. We are talking about speaking smart, speaking with impact, speaking in a way that actually makes people stop and listen because your words carry weight. This episode is titled Speak Smart, Win Big Psychology of Powerful Communication. And trust me, over the next couple of videos, we are going deep. Not surface level tips, not random tricks, but deep inside the psychology of how the brain processes language, why certain voices command attention, why some people seem instantly credible, and how you can use the science of communication to elevate yourself in every room you walk into. So, pull up a chair, grab a notebook, because what we are covering today is a kind of insight that changes how you speak and how you see yourself. Let me start with something simple. Think for a moment about the smartest speakers you know. Not necessarily the ones with the biggest vocabulary, not the ones who talk the most, but the ones who talk and instantly everyone turns towards them. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a mentor, maybe it's a leader at work, maybe it's someone you have seen on a stage or online. Now ask yourself, what makes him sound smart? Is it the words? Is it the way they structure their thoughts? Is it their confidence, their calm, their clarity? Chances are it's all of the above. Smart speakers aren't born that way, they are built, trained, shaped by habits, intention, and psychology. And that's exactly what we are diving into today. Let me share a quick story. Years ago, I was sitting in a meeting, one of those meetings where everyone's trying a little too hard to prove they belong there. You know the kind, lots of jargon, lots of talking over each other, everyone trying to sound important. And then this one guy speaks. He doesn't raise his voice, he doesn't rush. He doesn't use big, complicated words. He speaks slowly, clearly, intentionally. And something remarkable happens. Everyone stops, everyone listens. The room gets quiet, not because he demanded authority, but because his communication created authority. His words had structure, his tone had calmness, his message had clarity. And in that moment, something clicked for me. It's not the smartest person who leads the room, it's the smartest communicator. That's the moment I realized communication is a superpower, a learnable, trainable, shapeable superpower. And here's what we often forget: every conversation you have, every meeting, every pitch, every interview, every argument, every date is influenced by the quality of your communication. Your voice is your personal brand. Your speech is your reputation in motion. And the crazy thing is, most people never consciously train the way they speak. We train our bodies, we train our skills, we train for jobs, we train to drive, we train for hobbies. But communication, we just hope we are good at it. Today, I am putting an end to that. Today, you're going to learn what smart speakers do that most people never think about. You will learn why certain speech patterns make people trust you instantly, how to make your voice sound more confident, how to structure your thoughts so you sound clear and persuasive, how to use psychological principles to influence without force, how to become someone people pay attention to, and how to use language to win in life, relationships, and leadership. Because speaking smart isn't just a skill, it's strategy, it's psychology, it's influence. I want you to take a moment and think about your current communication style. Do you ever feel like you ramble? Do you speak too fast? Do you say things and later think, oh, I could have said that so much better? Do you feel unheard, misunderstood, interrupted, overlooked? Or maybe you're confident but you want to sound sharper, cleaner, more impactful. Wherever you stand right now, good news. You can improve, and you can improve fast, not in years, not in months, but in weeks, even days. Because communication is a skill you refine every time you speak. Over the few videos, we are going to explore the art and science of speaking smart. You're going to learn the psychology behind strong first impressions, how your tone, pace, and structure make people think you're intelligent, how to use silence and slowing down as power tools, why confident speakers speak less, not more, framework based speaking, how to speak in clean, memorable, organized ideas, high quality questions that instantly elevate your perceived intelligence. People judge your mind by the questions you ask. How to communicate with emotional intelligence, because clarity without connection is cold and connection without clarity is chaos. Storytelling that creates instant engagement, short stories that make you sound insightful, not long winded, how to speak smart in conflicts, meetings, interviews, and relationships, real world communication mastery, and trust me, once you learn these tools, people will notice the difference. So let me say this before we dive into the technical parts. If you have ever felt underestimated, if you have ever felt like your ideas weren't landing, if you have ever felt like you had the intelligence but not the expression, this episode series is your turning point. By the time we finish, you won't just understand communication, you'll own it. Alright, let's get into it. We are starting with something you've already been judged on today, whether you knew it or not: the psychology of first impressions in speech, why some people sound instantly smart, and why others don't, even if they are brilliant. Thank you and see you in my next session.